comparison's going to happen, that's fine. It's not like I'm not used to comparisons. I've been compared to several people my entire life.
Including your dad.
You're comparing, like in my career, you've always compared me to my dad, and I think he's the best. So you've compared me to the best means obviously you think we're worthy of something.
Right now it's extremely speculative because I have seen both. I can tell you they're very different.
My family's seen the film. Ajay showed them the film, but my mom didn't see it because she's superstitious. And it's releasing a day before her birthday, so she said, as a birthday present, I'll see the film. When I came back to India for my education abroad, and I was a production boy for my father's company, ABCL, and the first movie I worked on was a film that Ajay was acting in, called Major Saab.
I know.
I ended up aiding on that film, and Ajay literally took me under his wing and taught me most of what I know about the film industry. And since that day, he's been like an elder brother to me. He's somebody I have immense love and respect for. I really look up to him.
So what do I say about the star that I'm interviewing today? From the first time I met him to today, he genuinely belongs to a huge legacy but has no entitlement, no sense of entitlement. He's the kindest, warmest human being that you will ever meet. And there's a filmmaker who has made him do, I think, which will by far be his finest performance till date. At least that's what I can sense from the trailer of The Big Bull. So welcoming Abhishek Bachchan and Kookie Gulati in conversation with Bollywood Bubble. Thank you for doing this, finally.
Thank you, Narendra, for those very kind words.
Both of you share a very warm equation off screen with the producer of this film, that is Ajay Devgn. And not many people know that everybody knows that you look up to him as an elder brother. But not many people know that there is a lot of hand that Ajay Devgn has also had in your films. Your first film was distributed by him, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
And he was also the
Mumbai territory distributor of Refugee, yeah.
Yeah, and he was also the person who apparently walked up to you and told you once, I have heard this story that during the interval of Refugee, he just came and told you that, you've delivered a fine performance and you're going to be a star. He's always been there for you.
Narendra, when I came back to India for my education abroad, and I was a production boy for my father's company, ABCL, and the first movie I worked on was a film that Ajay was acting in, called Major Saab.
I know.
I ended up aiding on that film, and Ajay literally took me under his wing and taught me most of what I know about the film industry. And since that day, he's been like an elder brother to me. He's somebody I have immense love and respect for. I really look up to him. And I find it's a matter of great pride that, when Ajay as a producer picks up the phone and says, look, I've got this film and I want you to do it. I mean, for me, the answer is yes there and then. I'm never going to question what Ajay chooses for me, because I also have faith that Ajay is not going to call me if he doesn't think it's worth it. The last time he picked up the phone and said, there's a movie you have to do, it was Bollywood Bubble, and we all know how that panned out. So, I know he's got my best intentions in mind, and he's been an integral part of my journey as an actor. He's a very, very close friend of mine, and somebody that I can really rely on. It helps that he's my neighbor. We kept each other entertained through the lockdown. And he's just such a special person in my journey, and a huge pillar of support for me. And he does it with such dignity and grace. And I think he conducts his life like that. He's very understated. He doesn't like to be in the face kind of thing. But he's one person I know, if I call him at 4:00 in the morning, he'll be there for me, and he knows that I will be for him. So I share a very warm relationship with him, and I'm so happy that he thought me worthy for this film. Being an actor and an actor of his caliber and status, to get a script like The Big Bull and get a character and a role like that, and to think of your younger brother to do it, I think this lies how great he is.
Absolutely.
Every actor will think about themselves first, and I know for a fact that Ajay, if people are going to say, oh, but he sent it to you because he didn't want to do it, but then why would he produce it? So obviously he felt that I could do justice to it. And that adds a huge burden of responsibility on my shoulders, because ADF, which is his film company, is as good as my company. He's family to me, so I feel a huge amount of responsibility to do the best that we can do and deliver the product that he thought we could make.
Yeah.
He gave us, Cookie and me, the freedom to make the film the way we wanted. He's backed us to the hilt, and I hope more than anything else, my greatest wish is that he's proud of the film, because he's bestowed a lot of faith.
I think he is. He was there at the trailer launch. I unfortunately missed it because I had a shoot. But whoever was there, he was really, really happy with the response. He was talking to the media, and I know that he's very proud of what you've done in the film. And coming to Cookie, how did this pan out? You went to Ajay sir, and Ajay sir said that, because I'll tell you something, when I see the big bull, it was announced, I genuinely could feel that AB would do wonders to that film without even seeing the trailer, the promo, just the idea and knowing the man and reading up about him. I felt that he can do great wonders to this film. What was the whole scenario like when you planned it?
I worked on this film called Total Dhamal as a creative director. That's where I met Ajay sir, and he doesn't talk too much or whatever. He is very, very reserved. And,
yeah.
Yes. But thankfully on the sets of Total Dhamal, because I have a great interest in technicality and stuff like that in the whole process of filmmaking, we kind of got talking on a few things, and that's why I mustered up some confidence and told him about this film, The Big Bull. And he told me, okay, you come and narrate me, tell me 10-15 minutes. And I remember that 10-15 minutes lasted for like 1.5 to 2 hours. Which started at 10-15 minutes, which I immediately knew that he was interested. And I kept asking him every 20 minutes, more? He said, no, tell me more. So obviously that by the end of that, he said, okay, I love it, I'm going to produce it. How do you look at it? And I explained to him a little bit about it. He said, I want you to be very true to what you've written. And let's find an actor who will be very true. And coming from a star like him, for a producer to tell me, let's cast correct. That is what will make this film win. And after that, he obviously suggested AB sir's name. And I jumped. I was like, phenomenal. I said, but will he do it and whatever? He said, don't worry, I'll call him. The rest is up to you. You go and narrate to him and see what he says. So yeah, that's how it started. I think on a Monday or a Tuesday, I went to narrate to AB sir, and that was for me also, after a long time, I was narrating a film which I was going to direct. So yeah, I was very nervous. And then he called me, I narrated that day, then after 3 or 4 days, he called me back, where he asked me a few more questions about how I was looking at it. And the one thing I remember very clearly, what AB sir said is, I hope you're going to be true to what you've written and not try and make this candy floss and make it the way you've written it in the tonality. And I said, of course, and for him and for Ajay sir both to back that script in such a way that they wanted to be completely true to it. I was in Wonderland.
I know there has been a show like Scam 1992, which has worked tremendously well, and there will be comparisons. But your film was being planned simultaneously. It was because of COVID that it got pushed a little bit. So I want to know that now that people know Harshad Mehta's story in a lot more ways, more than pressure, does it give you a sense of happiness that at least, there is a story which people are not oblivious of? I didn't know about the story, to be honest, before I watched that show. So have you seen it from that point of view? How do you see this, the whole setup?
First and foremost, I've seen Scam. I tweeted about it. I loved it.
Yeah.
It was wonderful in every department, from direction to writing, from technicalities to the acting, to the background score, to the editing. Everything about it was just flawless. It was wonderful. It's an amazing achievement by the entire team. Next, I feel Big Bull is a completely different experience to what Scam was. Backdrops may be similar, but see the film and you'll have to then decide for yourself. But are comparisons going to happen? That's fine. It's not like I'm not used to comparisons. I've been compared to several people my entire life.
Including your dad.
You're
Forever.
comparing, like in my career, you've always compared me to my dad, and I think he's the best. So you've compared me to the best means obviously you think we're worthy of something. So I'm not particularly perturbed about it. I have huge amount of confidence in what our film is. I'm very proud of the film. I'm very happy with the film. I thoroughly enjoyed the film, and I think people will enjoy it as well. And a huge indicator for that is just previously in an interview I said it as well, that there was a lot of chatter, especially on social media, about the comparisons and what is better and all. And I've noticed that almost all of that chatter stopped after our trailer came out, because people finally got to see what we had made and said, hey, okay, that's interesting. It's a different take. It's a different approach. So let's see that as well.
If you're saying that people now know the story and it's going to be positive, I'll take any positivity that's coming towards us. So I'm okay, and I'm all for positive. So in whichever way, I think that it's a completely different film. Once you watch it, you will know.
Yeah.
Right now, it's extremely speculative because I have seen both. I can tell you they're very different, but right now I'll take all the positivity that comes with it.
Tell me, Noeldeep, did your mother tell you bedtime stories?
Yeah.
Yeah? I'm pretty sure she told you the same story more than once.
Same stories, exactly.
But it was
in a different tone.
It was interesting every night. So it's how you tell the story. So that's what it is.
But yeah, how did the family respond to the trailer? Both of your families, I would like to know. How did the family respond to the trailer?
I don't know if families are the right judge.
They are. Your family is absolutely the right judge, because Jaya ma'am can just come and tell you that you've done a really bad
Yeah, but she's not seen it. That's why she doesn't see my films before release. She's superstitious. So my family's seen the film. Ajay showed them the film. But my mom didn't see it because she's superstitious. And it's releasing a day before her birthday. So she said, as a birthday present, I'll see the film. So she's going to see it then. I'm sure she'll tell me exactly what she feels. And thankfully, the rest of the family really, really liked the film. My dad had very wonderful things to say. So I'm, in a sense, I'm already happy, because the one voice that really matters to me has already endorsed the film. So I'm happy about that.
What about Aishwarya ma'am? Because I lost you in between. I don't know.
The entire family. Aishwarya only watches my films after release.
Okay.
So my mom is superstitious, but Aishwarya doesn't like to see my films before they release. She likes to see it after it releases. So she'll see it after it releases.
And yeah, after seeing the trailer, Mr. Bachchan had this. Abhishek had actually put him on call, and I remember he said very nice things, though I didn't hear a thing. I couldn't believe it was Amitabh Bachchan calling. So yeah, he said something very nice for about 4 or 5 minutes, which I completely blanked out. I just couldn't.
And I'm sure this time both of you are going to get the flowers. Mark my words, I'm going to be on Twitter telling him that, listen, you have to send it to him this time. He deserves it. Just for being the kind of a person he is, for the kind of an actor he is, and kind of a son he is, and a husband. I always get it from my mother that Abhishek is the best person that she knows, and she loves you. And all the best to the team.